What's going on, y'all? After the long wait, we back, season 2, Critical Counseling. As y'all can see, it looks a little different this time. But that's for y'all, man. We want to enhance the experience this year, enhance the product, and enhance the brand overall. As y'all can see, we missing some people today. Unfortunately, Liv is sick. Nick had other duties, but they will be back for the season 2, episode 2. This, however, is Keem. This is our new host that we bringing on to Critical Counseling as our fourth. He got a lot for y'all. We got a lot for y'all. And yeah, so Keem, tell me something about yourself, man.
What's going on? A lot of the world know me as Big Quick, but here I'm gonna be, Keem or Critical Keem, with a K. Feel me? West Philly, born and raised, no Fresh Prince. I'm just like for the most part. I'm just like a lot of y'all. I'm just really just on my grind daily. Sticking to my purpose, taking care of my kids, and staying out the way. We all know we live in a wild environment. The best thing you can do is stay out the way. So I done learned my lessons enough to do that. So that's where I'm at with it. I'm happy to, definitely happy to be a part of this team. I like what y'all got going on, I like what y'all doing. I definitely want to be a part of.
We happy to have you. Sorry the guys couldn't be here to introduce you and all of that stuff, but this who we gonna have on, you know what I'm saying? And I spent like an hour talking to this guy before the camera came on, and this is good money, okay? If you ain't been a regular watcher at all in the last year, you'll definitely be a regular watcher now, man. You got a lot of great content, a lot of great ideas, a lot of great topics, man. So in the comments, wherever you watching this at or wherever you listening, give them a good big grand welcome, you know what I'm saying, to Critical Counseling. And
Thank you.
yeah, we're going to be hearing from him and, the rest of the guys. When they come back, we praying for Liv that he feel better soon.
Bro.
We praying that Nick is all right and everything like that. And we're going to keep it going. So, quite a few things have been going on since the year started, okay? One of the biggest things we want to talk about right now as Eagles fans is obviously our Eagles winning the fucking Super Bowl, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, the odds was against us. They thought Kansas City was going to do it again. We got them the fuck out of here, man. Okay?
Yeah.
40 to 22? Yeah, 40 to 22, man. Whoop they asses. Wouldn't even let them score in the first 2 quarters, man. I don't think they got anything off in the third either, did they? No, they didn't score to the fourth, man. So, belt to ass, literally, okay? Fuck you Kansas City Chief fans, okay? And you Commanders fans, all right?
Yes, fuck them Commanders.
We spanked
fans.
y'all asses too in that NFC, man.
That's what they get for trying to remix Jill Scott to diss the Eagles. How you think that makes sense? Like that's why y'all. That was the juju right there. Fuck it all up for y'all.
Yeah, see, you gotta watch your mouth when it comes to talking about these birds, man. Because they're going to show you every single time, and the fans going to show you too, man.
Oh, yeah,
so
bird's the word.
We celebrating that, man. Jalen Hurts got MVP, man. So kudos to him, man. Only thing I'm mad at is they ain't let Saquon Barkley act out like he usually act out, man. They ain't let him be a monster that day, man. And I hate it. He also fucked up my parlay. So I'm a little salty about that, man.
We ain't gonna start talking about parlays.
They huffing and puffing. He must have experienced the same shit, man.
Man, what? I'm talking about almost turned 2 to 10, $2 to 10 bands.
Yeah,
but no say.
Yeah, listen, man, nothing, man.
Y'all don't say.
Nothing.
You feel
that
me?
was the last fucking pick on my shit. For him to get a touchdown, man. And him to get a touchdown, and him to go over the 100 rushing yards.
Yeah, mine was 125, but yeah.
He ain't do neither. So I'm a little pissed off about that, but hey, look, a win is a win, man. I'm just happy that they got it. They was up against a very, I ain't gonna say very good. They pay the refs very good, but they was up against.
They got a good salary.
They was up against, Kansas and the refs and hell, the NFL, because I feel like a lot of this stuff is rigged. So they was up against a lot and they made it through. But
I like the way it went though.
How a lot of y'all behaving though at these celebrations, man. Hey, look, man. This stuff ain't right, man. I just want to get that out the way before we go any further, man. During the NFC celebration downtown, a kid climbed one of them poles, man, and he died, man. And then on Sunday, yeah, this past Sunday, when we was celebrating, y'all was down there getting arrested, okay? Y'all was spitting on people, all right? Y'all was standing on top of cars and all of that stuff. Can we act like we got some sense when we celebrating during this parade, which is tomorrow? We recording this the day before. Can we act like we got some sense, please?
People gonna have their kids out there. People gonna have their children out there. It's gonna be older folk who didn't hit Broad Street when we won. They not down there for that. So that's not let's leave them in their own world. Now I say ignorance is bliss. They don't even realize how bad it got. So let's try to keep it that way for the children. You feel me? Because absolutely correct. Like composure. I mean, keep that for real.
Please, can we? Because let me tell you something, man. Your mama gonna be slow singing and flower bringing. And the way that y'all post up GoFundMe's, y'all don't have the money, man.
To be dying.
Y'all don't have the money, man.
Can't afford to die.
Okay? You can't afford to die. Go down there, act like you got some sense, man. Ain't nobody saying you can't scream and sing and shout and all of that shit. That's what celebrating the parades is for. But do it like you got some goddamn sense, please, man. We tired of the casualties from these events. And not just casualties, the arrests. They can't wait to throw your black ass up there saying we arrested this person. And yeah, it was some white people in there too. But they can't wait to throw your black ass up there saying you did something, you got arrested for doing something to a cop or whatever you do. So celebrate responsibly, guys. But celebrate nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we had a lot up against us. And of course, we ain't got our two sports guys here to really, give y'all the whole ins and outs and everything, everything play by play. We ain't got them here today. But we celebrate the Eagles nonetheless. And that gear hell of expensive, man. So if you selling some shit outside of here, you know what I'm saying? I know my guy, he's doing stuff with the clothing and all of that stuff. Get at me, man.
I got some gear for y'all.
Okay. Because NFL, they try and get $80, $90, okay? If you want a hoodie, man.
Holla at me.
And I knew that they was going to do that. I said they going to use this.
You know it.
And they going to
run it up. They
going to make some money off of this shit,
like
man.
that Super Bowl patch on there. Yeah. That's an extra $50. You know what I mean? Like, automatic just for the Super Bowl patch.
So shout out to our birds.
And on the celebration tip, some of y'all lied about why y'all not going to work tomorrow. So don't get booked. Then you all on the news, you all over the place. And your folks at work like, I thought this kid had the pox. You feel me? Like some of y'all gave up some cat to get out of work tomorrow. So don't get yourself in trouble while you down there. That's a heed. I mean, we try and put y'all on. Heed the words, man. Heed. But on the game tip, not gonna lie, I really do like the way that we won. For the fact that I feel like Jalen needed that.
Yeah.
Like, Say ain't really go off because they was playing good run defense. They was really locking him up. And so that gave Jalen a chance to like really shut everybody up. And I ain't heard no apologies yet. I got a nice little mashup. Of commentators and media spokespeople running their face. One thing you gotta realize, when the media got faith, when the media don't got no faith, but the city do, that's how you know. Because usually it's that way around. Usually the media all on our quarterback, and we like, man, y'all tripping. Like, he ain't that. But we knew. Philly knew. We knew the whole time. So, I mean, congratulations, Jalen Hurts, man. He really deserved that. It showed like he ain't do nothing special but be who he already was. And that's how we got to keep it in this world. Stay who you are, stay yourself, and you will succeed. I mean, that's the lesson in that, for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. And do not let what the naysayers say get to you. It's going to be a lot of people that doubt you in life, man. And any sports you in, any job, hell, even your relationships sometimes, some of the choices that you make. And that's one thing we want to get into, we'll start getting into more this year, the real counseling aspect of this show, right? giving y'all the game, because I feel like last year we did great, right? But we talked about a lot of celebrity stuff, a lot of, stuff that didn't really teach y'all. So this year we brought on this great addition who is going to, start that ball rolling as far as us giving you guys counseling and education. And that's a great lesson right there, man. It don't matter what they say, you know what I'm saying? You want something, go for it, do it, There was so many people counting them out. Like,
Man,
people just saying
he's
Kansas
not a
gonna
top
win.
quarterback. He's not going to lead any franchise to a Super Bowl. They really said in 2000 Jalen Hurts isn't going to lead the Eagles or any franchise to a Super Bowl championship. That's heavy. That's heavy doubt.
And he proved them wrong, man. He proved them wrong.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times these dudes, man, they hear that and they use it as fuel, man. I think they used it as fuel the whole season because we've been on fire, clearly. The numbers don't lie. So sometimes that's essential, guys. I know sometimes we don't want to hear it, the negativity and all of that stuff, but sometimes that's essential to fuel you. So I hope in 2025 you can use everything negative against you for your good, right? And you can make something bigger than you imagine. Like with me, I want to make this bigger than, I imagined it initially. As you can see, I've done some investing to get, us a different, setup and stuff like that so we can make it more exciting. We got a lot for y'all this year, man, and it's a lot popping off in the headlines already. I may ask you, brother, do you take Lyft?
From time to time I do. I've driven it too.
Would you ever sue him? Would you ever sue him? What would make you sue him?
What would make me sue Lyft as a rider?
Yeah.
I don't know. I gotta feel some type of form of discrimination or something. Probably. I had to be something like real heavy discrimination, and my child gotta be there. I probably take it a lot cooler on the chin if it's just me. But you involve my kid and put us out in the middle of the street somewhere, refuse us service, be on. I mean, that might definitely had to take it as some form of litigation. You know what I mean? Like I might have to take it there.
So we can agree that discrimination is a means of a reason to discriminate, as far as color, religion is concerned, your kid's safety, your safety. We can agree that all of these reasons are reasons to sue. Can anybody agree that weight is a reason to sue Lyft? You guys will put it in the comments, think about it in your head, give me an answer. Answer me on the Instagram page, any of that stuff, however you prefer to answer. Is weight a reason to sue Lyft?
See, the thing about people like very much confuse what they offended by to be that somebody is being discriminatory a lot of times. And like sometimes like just because you offended don't mean I'm trying to come at you. You know what I'm saying? It's like the weight thing, I've experienced that on both ends. Where it's like, hey, if all y'all can't get in the back, and one of us can't, we can't all fit in the back because we a little bit on the husky side, you refusing the service. Now, I could, if I wanted to be like, sensitive to the fact that this is that person's car and they got to think about what they have to maintenance, what they got to take care of, how their day is going and all that, just as well as they got to take some consideration of mine. At the end of the day, if this person feels like, hey, I don't feel comfortable letting somebody up in the front or letting all y'all in the back, it's just going to be too much on my vehicle, that may put you in a safety risk to begin with. Now, ain't nobody going to say all that, but that might be where their mind is even coming from with that.
Yeah.
Your safety.
Yeah.
You feel me?
And if it's a safety concern, I feel like they have the right to refuse your service, and I think it's beyond safety, right? And I'm gonna get into context of what this is about, but if maybe you're drunk, they can refuse you. If you smell like a lot of weed, they can refuse you. It's a number of things that they can refuse you for.
For sure.
But the context of this is there was a rapper named Dank DeMoss. I'm sure you guys have heard of it, heard of this story by now. It's all over social media and TikTok and anywhere you get your news. Rapper, fairly large woman. Comments are saying 500 pounds. We don't know exactly if she's 500 pounds.
We don't know that.
Yeah, not our business, but pretty large. Requested this Lyft ride to go to some sort of party. I think they said a Detroit Lions party or something like that. That's where she fucked up. But going to call this ride to go to this party, and the driver pulled up and seen how large she was. There we go. There go my camera. I was looking for it for a minute. Yeah, she pulled up to get in this ride, and the driver refused her service because he said that she was too large to fit in his vehicle. Now, from the outside eye, we see that this woman is pretty large. I don't personally drive for Lyft or Uber, so I don't know what their, exact regulations and rules are. I'm a rider, but I don't drive for them, so I don't know what exactly falls in the range of refusal. But the only things I can think of off the head is, drunk, weed, all of that stuff. Now, weight limits in cars, I never knew that this was a thing. But you got to understand that nobody has to accommodate you, and that's in anything, right? So if you are big, right? Because she did an interview on the Breakfast Club a couple of days ago, and she felt like he should have accommodated her, right? And it's like when something is a choice, right? Like it's a choice to be that big. She tried to compare it to LGBT. It's a choice to be LGBT. When you are choosing something that is of your choice, yeah, nobody has to accommodate you. Now, if it's a thing that you can't control, like let's say your skin color, like I can't turn off my skin color to get into an Uber or a Lyft. But if you deny me, yeah, I can sue for discrimination. And I feel like with her, she's making a big fuss about it because a lot of these people are entitled. And I'm not going to say these people. A lot of people like her are entitled, okay? Don't get me wrong. I love big people, okay? This is not no sort of, nothing against big people. I know a lot of people that have commentary on it are feeling like this is against all big people. It's not. It's for education. And so I feel like, it's for educational purposes. Yeah. And so nobody has to accommodate you. And I feel like this is so interesting as a conversation because it gives us a reason to conversate about entitlement and enabling, right? Because somebody did this for her before, right? Somebody whose car probably didn't have the capacity let her get in it. Why? Maybe because of enabling. And I've been seeing this stuff all on Instagram all week. It's such a deep, deep conversation. But where do we start with getting out of that enabling and getting out of, because a lot of people have been telling her she needed to take accountability. I'm not talking about that. But when do we get out of the enabling part of society that has enabled this for so long that she feels like she needs to be accommodated? Family has not told her. I ain't seen not one health and fitness trainer come out and try to give her a regimen or nothing like that. So it's all going back to being enabled. Yeah. How do we stop this from continuing to happen in 2025? And how do we do it and so that we don't hurt people, right? Because we don't want to hurt the young lady. I know it's a lot of people talking down on her online, and I was one of them people that shared the memes and stuff. So I need to lead by example. But how do we stop this from happening? How are we honest with our people about what needs to happen?
I mean, touching on this situation to begin with, I just generally Lyft, Uber, whatever ride share you choose, generally they have like XL options. So
yeah.
I mean, I don't think it is really far-fetched out of, the way to say, hey, like we have, certain vehicles for certain classes of transportation. And like, depending on where you stand or how you stand, you might fit in a different class of you know, this service. You don't, you know, you want the X, but you need the XL. It seems like. I mean, I don't really think that's. I don't think that's really like a discriminatory thing or like something that should be taken so personally. Like I haven't really paid much attention to it. But I saw it was like a Prius or something, right? It was like
Somebody said it was a Toyota Corolla.
it was like but it was like one of those baby like hybrid ones, right? That's compact.
Yeah.
It's a compact car, baby.
Yeah.
It's compact, baby.
Yeah.
What you want?
Yeah.
You feel me? Like it's literally not meant to provide much space.
Yeah.
So you know, you just gotta. It's like I think you know. I think you already touched on it. You know, we've got too much entitlement. You know, we've really become a society that's like, you know, if you feel it, be it. If you feel it, do it. And that's not the case. It should just already be understood. Like it's the same thing with clothes. Like we got people squeezing and stuff they shouldn't be squeezing in. I'm trying to be serious. I'm trying to be serious here.
No, unfortunately,
Like,
unfortunately.
And it's just like somebody somewhere along the way made it entitled and enables you to feel like, so what? And it's like, no, it's not so what, sweetheart. Like
it's not so what.
that's wear what fits. That's ride in what fits. You know, let's do what fits. I think a lot of our lives, a lot of life is about doing what fits. We be too busy trying to fit in. Do what fits you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a case of you couldn't fit in.
Yeah.
That's all,
And that's, it goes back to like, you know, staying in your own lane is something for everybody, right? So just like there's an Uber X, there's an Uber XL. And it's not no sort of shade or nothing like that. You use the XL for a number of things. If you're shopping, you got a bunch of bags. If you got a few people with you, and I would think if you larger and you need a larger vehicle, you would use an XL. Like these things are here to accommodate you, what you so badly want. But everybody is not going to accommodate you. So you need to create a plan to change for your health, not even for people, for your health, because casket's hell of expensive when you big.
Or just change your expectations. Like just change how you maneuver. Like I ain't gonna say that. Me personally, I mean, I like my girl BBW.
Yeah, no.
You feel me? That's my style.
Listen,
I mean, that's not my style,
I mean,
but you feel me? Like
I mean, as far as like, if you want to feel like, if you don't want to feel the embarrassment, or if this is even an embarrassment, if you don't want to feel like you have to order an XL,
right?
You know, make a plan to change for that. You can be anything you want to be, okay? Except a different skin color. You can't just change your skin color unless you Michael. But that's another conversation. Okay, that's a whole nother conversation. I don't want to go there and get us canceled already. But you can change the trajectory of your life, all right? And I understand what you say before though, no excuses, because I was about to give her an excuse. I understand going through things and all of that. But ultimately, if you want to stay down, that's where you're going to be at. You don't never want to get up, you're going to stay there, man. You know, you went and hired lawyers before you hired trainers. And that's a little bit concerning to me.
That is. You know what? When you put it like that.
Yeah, you know, that's a little concerning to me.
Where's your priorities?
Yeah, it's showing me you don't want to change. You want people to keep enabling where you at. But if where you at is coming to the detriment of people's jobs, I think this guy got fired. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's 100% true, but this guy got fired, which I'm leaning towards is true.
Just because of the publicity. Just because of the publicity. Like he's not in the wrong at all. But just because of the publicity, and that's how enabling happens too, though. You know what I'm saying? That's how enabling. See, fear is a real crazy construct. Because that right there is what people fear. And so they be like, all right, I'm going to figure out how to squeeze you in. I'm going to drive like this if I got to. So that you don't make a video and get me fired.
Yeah.
People, it's fear. People are driven by fear too much. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Like, Cause even that is like you said, she been able before. Obviously, if she done got a lift
Yeah.
in a small compact car before, somebody enabled that. But even that probably was out of fear of what happened to this man. He wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong.
And we got to get to a point in society where sensitivity doesn't run everything, right? So many people walk on eggshells and shit because of sensitivity. They afraid to be labeled as racist, as fatphobic, transphobic, all of these different things because they have an opinion that's different or they feel differently than the majority. And we got to get to a place where that's not happening anymore
Gotta
because
preach individuality.
yeah.
Feel what I'm saying? One thing that, and you know all this go into, the constructs of the powers that be and how they want shit, but we ain't gotta go there.
Yeah.
But just why I say that, when we was young boys, we had shit like Sesame Street, PBS Kids. We had like a Reading Rainbow, Bill Nye the Science Guy. We had things, all these type of shows that we came up on. Even the cartoons before they all just got super goofy. It was always about understanding how to interact with your environment, interact with your community, but as well as maintaining your individuality. You feel what I'm saying? And that's so lost.
Yeah.
That's so lost on us, and that's what's going to keep enabling happening. You know what I'm saying? You guys, when somebody is outside the realm of what they're allowed to do, but then they can grab a bunch of other people to share in their bullshit ass opinion.
Yeah.
And now what's wrong is actually what's right.
And that's literally how it happens.
And
they get a
that's
bunch of people to hop on the bandwagon with them and agree to this thing, which is probably nonsense 9 times out of 10. And it continues.
Like you got this movement of, they trying to bring them pedos into the LGBT movement as if, well, it's just another form of sexual preference that should be okay.
It's not.
No.
It's not. It's not.
No. But if we allow too many groups of people to form the same opinion somehow in our society, when enough people got an opinion, it's all of a sudden a fact. And that's what we gotta really work to get out of. That's the hard thing to do, is to get people back into reality, back into living off the facts and not their feelings. Everybody in this, I feel so I am. Well, I feel like a millionaire. What you talking about? I feel like a white man named Rob who drove a Maserati here today. If that's what we doing, I feel so I am. You feel me?
It's definitely become dangerous, and that brings me to my next point. And by the way, I don't encourage or stand behind any of that pedo shit coming into LGBT. I'm LGBT myself. I don't support none of that shit. So I don't know where that's going on at or why that's even a thing, but I don't respect it.
They trying, yo. It's sad.
I don't respect it. I wish y'all would, man. It's going to be the letters that it was.
They trying to put
for
a
the
P
longest
in there.
time. Yeah, nah, ain't no P. Honestly, a lot of times I don't even understand why the Q, the I, and the A is in there. I grew up on L, G, B, and T.
Too much inclusion.
There's too much shit going
on,
man.
Trying to just bring everybody in. No.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't get in the club, not over here. I only do the L, G, and the B, and the T. I don't be putting none of that other stuff on there. But that's another conversation. But that brings me into the next conversation of like trans people and what's going on with the rights nowadays, as far as Trump taking away the rights.
Right?
Yeah, DEI.
That's affecting that too, right? Yeah. I didn't even think. I didn't see. It's crazy how when you in your own, everybody we in our own pockets and shit. So sometimes you don't even realize. I'm only just thinking about how they took all the black shit out of Target and they not recruiting the highest black engineers for the military no more. I didn't even think about how it's affecting that. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's affecting everything. The people that are going by a different sex can't go by that sex anymore. They got to go by the sex that is assigned at birth. A lot of the retailers are, pulling back their DEI efforts Target for one, Walmart, I believe. There's a few other brands I can't name off the top of my head, but that should be a conversation right now. We should not be talking about enabling people as far as Lyft rides. We'll spin back on that though, but this all falls into play of like the bullshit that was allowed, and specifically with the trans community, right? And this is no hate, right? But at a certain point, it became detrimental to kids. And so peeling back a lot of that stuff, I agree with it per se. Do I agree with all of it? Not really. I feel like if you are not doing anything to the detriment of children, trying to encourage them or anything like that, you should be able to kind of live your life. But I do see where it would be a problem as far as the bathrooms and stuff like that. Like, I don't want to be going to a bathroom nowhere and see a 6'5" grown man in a dress. And I know that I present a lot differently than the standard woman, right? I'm more of an alpha, more of a masculine, right? So I would completely understand a man being uncomfortable with me walking in his bathroom. But here's the thing about me. I'm not going in the men's bathroom. I know what I got in my drawers.
I'm saying they started taking it too far with that. The boxer when that Olympic boxer got her ass whooped like that.
Mm-hmm.
That shit like mentally just fucked me up. Like, you feel me? Like, bro, we know what's going on here.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, like the majors, they always been very much like, shit, look, I'm on my motherfucking business, cuz. Like, I ain't, do you feel what I'm saying? Plus, I've bounced in clubs, like, so I worked around enough, I've met millions of people. I've met enough different kind of people to understand, like, yo, at the end of the day, we all humans. We all just want some love. We all just want our parents to care about us. Simple, regular human shit.
Yeah.
I mean, these are things I've heard all types of people say out their mouth, no matter what they look like, color, creed, where they come from, country, all kinds of shit, right? But like you said, it's the detriment to the children for me. It's the women putting their sons in dresses trying to push it on them. You feel what I'm saying? That I, like you said, I agree with that. Like, we got to take that out, bring it out to schools, bring it out of the youth, because we need our youth focused.
Yeah.
You don't even know you don't even know if you like cheese eggs yet.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. You don't know.
Might like fried shrimp today, but you so young that you might not even be able to eat shrimp in 5 years. So why are we pressing on you choices that aren't prevalent to your growth?
Yeah.
Preference and all that, that's cool. I respect everybody's preference. I believe everybody should be able to have a preference. When people get mad at white girls that don't date black guys, I'll be like, bro, that's her preference.
Yeah.
It ain't gotta be a racist thing. You just mad, bro. It's a preference. Preference is cool. It's deserved. Everybody human. But children don't even know enough to know the word preference for you to be trying to push one on them.
No.
So I definitely agree with you on that. Like,
I
people
think that,
should be able to live their lives, but leave the kids out of that shit. Like,
I think sexuality plays a huge part in it, right? Because I think nowadays we got these kids that they identify as either lesbian, gay, bisexual, whatever the case, right? And so they feel like with that identity, they need to change their gender identity. You know, case in point, a gay, flamboyant young man may feel like since he's into men, he needs to be a woman. And that's not the case. You can like what you like without changing your gender. And that's where I don't agree with the whole trans thing, because I think a lot of people, they base it off of that, like who they like. And you can literally still be your same gender and like what you like, right? That's like me when I was growing up. I couldn't imagine saying when I was 15 that I was gay and I was becoming a man. They probably would have knocked the shit out of me because I didn't know too much about shit at that age. I might have known I like women, and I know now, you know, it's something that stayed, you know, obviously with me. That's who I am now, but I can't imagine that. And if I went through that, I would be so pissed off at this age, because.
And what about the people who, like, after the fact want to sue the doctors?
Yeah, because of
you
the
knew
choice
I
that
wasn't
they
in
made.
my right mind, but you still did
And the doctors.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
It goes back to what you were saying before with the fear.
The doctor's so scared either way. Either way, and that's like, yo, litigation got too much power too. Cause anybody you could sue, or you could sue McDonald's for not putting cheese on your burger. Like you can sue for anything now. So you got everybody in this state of shookness. I mean, people pull their phones out to witness shit before they help you, because they can go to jail on Good Samaritan law. So why I'm gonna help you? And just by coming in physical contact with you now, I could become liable and be booked for helping.
Yeah.
You mean,
See,
like
it's way too much of the
construct.
enabling, man. It's just, and it's everywhere, right? It's in, this Lyft lawsuit. It's in the LGBT community. It's in, the kids' lives. It's too much fear mongering and all of this enabling. Like it's way too much, and it's literally ruining the society around us right now. There's a bunch of people that will probably sue the president and everybody that signed that executive order. And now big people will probably sue Lyft and Uber and other companies that choose to refuse their rides. There will be a whole slew of things that come after this, and this is why these things bother me. Not because she's big or not because of what anybody identifies as. I believe as long as you minding your business and you doing the right thing and you staying in the right lane, I don't care what you do. But please stay in your lane. Order the rides that you're supposed to be ordering. Wear the clothes that you're supposed to be wearing. Don't be trying to squeeze into a tank top and you 3 times too much big for that damn tank top, okay?
Baby, cut it off.
You're not gonna go into a Foot Locker and buy a size 7 shoe if you wear 10.
Come on,
that
baby.
just doesn't make sense. You wouldn't just want to.
Don't nothing fit but your shoes.
Yeah.
Like,
like,
make sense,
and this
baby.
is what I really want to be a thing in 2025, right? Knowing your place, and so you don't get triggered. Because I guess everybody is triggered right now by something. This is just,
That word burned me out. Society has made it too easy for everybody. Not society. Social media has made it too easy for society to coin a word. I'm going to be knowing what it means. Never looked it up. Just running with it. Toxic. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
I'm so tired
Narcissist,
of Narcissistic.
Okay. Remember when demure was a thing?
I'm glad that came and went very quick. But these chicken heads realize ain't nothing demure about them.
Nothing.
Even with the... Even if this don't make you demure up here with the baby hairs, you feel me? Like
pH being off and popping down Julio every weekend, not very demure.
Not demure.
Not demure at all. But that thing
like a
is.
Backwood, you a grown lady.
That thing is dead and gone. But I hope that this year people can finally start thinking with logic and stop creating these headlines or creating these issues that don't need to be an issue. Girl, you embarrassed, but that's what kind of comes with that. When you're big, people are going to look anyway and people are going to judge anyway.
Using it as a gimmick for your music, you got to be able to take what really come with it. And it seemed like if you using it as a gimmick in your music, you've already realized, like, okay, people done try to use this to fuck with me, but I'm gonna use it to come up. So don't try to then double back and use it as no type of crutch. No, you out here making money off that. You out here using that as your image, just like homie with the cup and the homie be passing
Dave
out with
Blunts,
the 2 cups, Dave Blunts, whatever. You mean same thing? Like you can't turn around and then try to they refuse me shirt, but that's your whole character. That's your whole MO. Being husky. You feel me? So,
and if you want to stick with that, understand what comes with that. You can't get in every vehicle. You can't fit everything. You probably can't go everywhere. She went to the Breakfast Club and sat down with her for an interview, and then the chair wasn't working, right? So she's like, do you guys have another chair? And they brought a piece of a couch over there for her to say, I'm going to send it to you. Literally. They brought a piece. He looking at me like he don't believe me. They brought a piece of a couch out for her to sit on. And that don't humble you. You didn't look and be like, oh shit, this is like going too far. Like, I think I gotta really chill and
It
get my
might,
life together.
but I mean, she might be beyond the. You know, some people it gets beyond the point. Like surgery is too high risk and all that. I mean, it's never no excuse. Everybody can just start walking. That's all it takes. You burn more calories walking on inclines than anything.
Yeah.
Just incline walk. Go to Planet Fitness.
And it's not. Let me just say this. It's not easy, right? Like, I started my weight loss journey because, as you guys know, I said in like episode 13 or 12, one of those, that I was trying to like start losing weight and stuff like that. And it's not easy, right? Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all and say that it is, because it's not. Like, in this whole, I think November, December, 3 months, okay, I done lost and gained. So
Same.
it's gonna take you,
Same.
yeah, it's gonna take you a while to find what works for you and like find a pattern that supports your goals. But you can start, man. And like I said in the beginning of this conversation, this is not towards any big people. We don't have no hate. You know what I'm saying? We just need y'all to understand that some things ain't for you. Like my man say, hey, BBW lover. You know what I'm saying? I like me a nice thick chick too. You know what I'm saying? I like me a nice thick chick too, but when your health comes into play and you can't do some of the everyday things that you want to do, and you start to feel embarrassed or whatever the case, you need to create a plan. You need to create a plan. All right? Like, I'm finna go home and probably order out. Like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. On this diet and everything, I'm probably about to order out just because I'm too tired to cook, okay? I want to go home and eat and go to bed.
And be done.
You know what I'm saying? Which does not support my diet. So if you're going to have your ups and downs with it, but tomorrow I'm going to get up, I'm going to go to the gym, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to be as active as I can before I go to work, and we're going to be right back on the ball. So it's never too late, you don't have to feel like that again, Dank, There's things out here for you, and so sorry to that man. Like, I wish he had like a GoFundMe or something like that, because that's just cruel to just lose your whole gig behind some shit like that.
You knew he was gonna get fired when you did that. You ain't had to do that.
Like, it just...
Man, sometimes people be on some shit, it might rub you the wrong way, but sometimes you gotta be real enough. I go through it all the time. You know what? That still ain't worth me messing your job up. That still ain't worth me taking it to another level I don't got. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it ain't that. Sometimes like, all right, man, look, this car is little as shit. Let me just, let me just order another one. Let him go by his day. I'm gonna go by mine. Y'all be holding on to shit too hard. Let it go.
It's way too
let it go.
Goddamn hard. Please, in 2025, learn to let it go when it's time to let it go.
That involved shit ain't doing it.
I just went through that situation a couple days ago. Not so much of me, but others that don't know how to let things go. I'm trying to make it, give the hint to like, let it go, without being cruel anyway. I'm trying to give you the hint to like, let it go. If that situation ain't for you no more, it's not for you. The relationship, the job, whatever the case, go. Because what you need is on the other side of it. I think people get so comfortable where they at, right? They get so...
Come on.
See, this may...
Come on with it.
People get so comfortable where they at, they don't want to try anything new. And change is uncomfortable, right? I can't tell you how many times I've went into the grocery store since I tried to do this weight loss thing. Well, since I'm on this journey, right? And I want to buy the same shit that I buy, right? I get the wheat bread, but do I want the white bread? Yes. I get the sugar-free drinks, but do I want the Tropicana lemonade and the Minute Maid and all of that shit? Yes. Okay.
I miss Pepsi.
All right.
You feel me? I miss Pepsi. I ain't gonna lie. Shit,
I'm going to order a burger when I leave here, but should I be eating a salad? Yes. Uncomfortable, right? I can't run on the treadmill yet, guys. Why is that uncomfortable for me? Because I want to run on the treadmill.
You will, though.
And everybody around me is running or pacing. And I'm walking. Uncomfortable for me. I don't know why I'm embarrassed about it, but I am.
It's cool. It's cool.
You know what I'm saying?
You gonna be running, though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm only smiling because, like, I just was there 2 years ago when I got back in the gym. I was going through some crazy. I just started posting it like, yo, I was going through some shit around this time of year so bad. Like I had to stay in the gym so I could sweat hard enough that couldn't nobody tell I was crying. You feel what I'm saying? Like I had to keep working out so hard that I sweat so it would hide the tears. But I remember feeling like that, like damn, I can't walk, I can't run. Everybody in this motherfucker running. And at the time, like yo, I can't do more than 5 push-ups at the time. It's 2 years, I couldn't do more than that. Now, nigga do 100 a day. You feel what I'm saying? I can run a mile or two. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's all about consistency and discipline. These, I wasn't motivated at all, but my brain was like, bro, like you said you're gonna do this, so we gotta go do it. I mean, doing it like I love it, even when I don't want to do it. That's the only way. I got that from Mike Tyson, real rap. That's discipline. Doing it like you like it, doing it like you love it, even when you don't like it. That's discipline. Like, and so I say that to say like, just don't stop. You good?
Yeah,
it's cool. Cause I remember feeling like that, like damn, man, these motherfuckers dogging it too.
Yeah, no, listen, man.
I'm walking like, bro, I ain't even put on the incline yet.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, nah, it's
cool.
it's a pressure that I didn't think that I would experience because I tried this a few years ago. You know, I got a gym membership and everything like that. And I thought that, you know, I would just feel like that. Then I was a little younger or whatever. I cared way too much about what people thought. But then at 32, going in there, you know, I thought that my mindset would be a little bit different. But now it's still feel the same embarrassment and all of that. So thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. It's a journey with everything, guys. Like, it's a journey with your health. It's a journey in your work. It's a journey with your kids. You know, he got kids, I don't.
Journey. Like an Odyssey. You ever read that, George?
Yeah.
Iliad, whatever it was at school. I don't know. The long ass book where main cuz. Yeah. That's how it is.
It's a journey with everything, man. I don't know. Hell, it's a journey with Kanye too, man. You know. And Nick, I know this is why you really ain't here, man, because we about to crush your idol, man. I know this is why you really ain't here. Okay? I don't want to hear none of that other stuff, dude. This is why. What's going on with your man? Your man and his wife, well, his wife, her cheeks all out on the red carpet and shit like that. Your man talking about Jewish people and all that shit, putting up the flags and all that shit, all on shirts and all that. What's going on with your man, Nick? All these tweets that came out on X in the last week, man, he talking about, he did put out one funny. When we were just talking about the fat chicks putting on lingerie. I thought that was funny. But all this other shit, man.
Yeah, crazy.
Listen to me, man.
Yeah, that boy, yeah, he got chill, man. He ain't been right since mama passed. God rest her soul.
At all.
That's what happened.
Listen,
yeah, man. Sometimes you lose somebody that important to you, just snap.
And
that ain't no excuse.
I think that's what it is, bro. Like, I said this a couple years ago. Like, moms die, especially when they close to them. It ruined them, man.
Yeah,
not ruin them, but they don't be the same, you know. Like, that person is like never the same as they were before.
Actually have a mother like his mother was, who was very much a believer in what he wanted to do, very much believer in his dream, very much affirmative, which is very much missing in our hood. Like, that's what's missing in the hood. Y'all don't be affirming y'all kids. Y'all affirm y'all girlfriends all day on fucking social media. Y'all don't affirm y'all kids. Y'all kids want to do some shit that sounds stupid, it's silly, it's dumb, get the fuck out of here, shit like that. Affirm your children.
Yeah.
That's part of why he's successful. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, she was very much like, yo, if you want to do it, fucking do it, and you can do it. And she instilled that in him, but she not around to temper that shit. You know what I mean? She instilled that shit in him, so now it's just running wild. She ain't around to temper that shit. Like, you gotta keep your composure. You gotta be able to have some type of temperament and tactfulness. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like I'm the best at everything I do all the time. No matter what I do, I feel like I'm the best. But I'm not gonna walk around with this high level of arrogance, being a dick. I temper that shit. And that's the problem. Like, yeah, you a genius. We know you a genius. And a lot of things you say and feel be having validity to it. But it's your mode. It's the mode of transportation. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, you might have some real healthy shit to say. You might have some real key points and some shit that we really might need to be listening to, but ain't nobody gonna listen to the way you coming off. I mean, a lot of people in their relationships is going through that. Like, you might be trying to put your girl on game, might be trying to put your man on game, but you coming off too crazy, you coming off too wrong. So they never gonna hear it. I think sometimes, not all the time. You feel me? Because boy be tripping. But sometimes I think he really he don't got that person that was here that tempered all that shit. Like, okay, you bring you back down to earth, son. You acting a little crazy. Come on home to Chicago, eat some of this fried chicken. You may have some soul food. Remember who you are. Remember how black you are. Remember what you came from.
Yeah.
And cool the fuck out. You know, he don't got none of that going on.
Nothing. And I just read a headline. He was getting divorced today, so that's about to be. Just to say, we got another rant coming.
That's crazy.
Okay.
After going on the John naked like that, she on divorce.
They divorcing. That's what I read. I seen it on a few different sources online
she
earlier.
Be looking terrified
so,
as it is. She be looking terrified. Shit, she trying to get away.
Fear mongering.
Fear.
Yeah, fear. Listen, I feel like, he gonna keep getting divorced until he gets mental health right. He don't see it yet, but all of us see it. I feel like no woman is gonna stay for an extended period of time until he start making sense of what's going on in that head up there. Nobody's staying, and it's sad because I don't want to see no divorce. I love love, I wish it on everybody, even though the Soul Ties episode didn't go good last year. Why I wasn't convinced last year. I still believe in love for everybody, man.
Oh yeah, I missed that. We want to double back
on that.
I said we want to double back on that one.
On Soul Ties? Oh man. Well, when Nick and Liv bring their asses up here,
we can get
then we can do Soul Ties too. I think we kind of did Soul Ties too, but we ain't really get into it. We can do another segment for Soul Ties. I mean, this is coming out on Valentine's Day. This probably would have been perfect, but I don't know, man. I don't even think I really even believe in love no more, man.
Valentine's Day, God.
Yeah. I don't even think I really even believe in love no more, man. All right, me and Liv both say fuck Valentine's Day.
That's why it's fuck Valentine's Day.
He looking at me like, I don't know why you don't. Listen, man, it's just hard out here, man.
No, fuck Valentine's Day for sure. Me and cuz run around cutting bitches' hearts out, so. The Saint Valentine, the nigga that shit named after.
Yeah, oh shit.
Yeah, put your own game, put your own knowledge, man. This shit came from some dark, devious shit, cuz that's why I don't celebrate it. But, I mean, that's crazy.
Fact, what's your advice for somebody that's like dating this year or starting to date this year? And
dating this year?
Yeah.
Shit.
You got any advice for the people?
Somebody your mama age, goddammit. Fuck, somebody got some sense. Shit. I don't know. If the motherfucking crazy run, you know what I'm saying? Stop turning red flags into green flags, all right? That's what I'm going to say. Stop turning red flags into green flags. Stop forcing yourself on a motherfucker, okay? It's a lot of y'all. Men and women out here. Y'all be crying about how y'all being treated by a motherfucker that already let you know they don't want your ass. They don't want to be with you, or it ain't the level that you wanted to be. You here and they here, and they want you to ease up and slow the fuck down and calm down, but you fucking won't. Listen, all right? Listen, and always remember, if you really love a person, keep your composure and watch what you say. That shit stick. That shit stick. Watch what you say, because it can end up you. You feel what I'm saying? I done seen post the Will Smith empty house meme about how she was going to keep leaving homie, and then she came home to an empty house. You feel me? Like, you got to watch what you say and watch how you carry yourself. Focus on how you can be better in a relationship, what you can do, how you can better serve this person. And if they not reciprocating, run. Because you know you doing the best you can do.
Yeah.
But don't be no nut. Always do the best you can do. That way when you leave, it's like, hey, it wasn't me. And when they come crawling back, crying back, and needing you, wanting you, missing you, and ain't this, hey, you know it wasn't you. You put your best foot forward in everything you do.
And I second that, man. I would say this year, man, date people that like you. You know,
What I said in a nutshell. Date a
yeah.
motherfucker that like you. God.
Date people that like you, and don't self-sabotage yourself, right? There are good people out here, all right? And I think a lot of times people are so used to dealing with shitty people that when good people come along, they don't know how to not self-sabotage it, right?
Yeah.
By saying, this is too good to be true, or I can't believe this. And if somebody is showing you that, believe them. Now, sometimes people are just, saying stuff just to get, closer to you or get in your drawers or something like that. I'm not saying, believe everybody as far as that. Like, do your deciphering and,
Believe what's proven.
Yeah, believe what's proven. Do your vetting accordingly. But if you date people that like you, that you like, that you have to have a mutual attraction for. Let me just say that too. Because everybody that like you ain't gonna like.
Yes, make sure that shit mutual. Yo.
Yeah. Please make sure it's mutual. Because I've been in a few situations where it wasn't all the way mutual, and then it's sad. I'm sad because it ended. But if I didn't like this person as much as they liked me, what was I expecting? Or if they what did I just say? The reverse of it. It's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? So definitely do your vetting accordingly. Date people where there is a mutual attraction. Don't date users. Don't date people that are just trying to fill a void. They just don't want to be single and alone. So they're dating you to pass time. Don't date people for sex.
Don't date if you don't know yourself. Don't date if you don't know yourself. Yeah. You don't know what you can and can't tolerate. You mean
work on yourself.
Know yourself.
And this is something I've peeled back on dating for, right? To really sit back and deal with myself, right? Who I want to be as far as within myself and my spiritual life, and my health journey and stuff like that. There's a few things that I need to adjust for me. And so right now, I don't feel the need to give my time to a woman until I'm all the way secure in those departments. And now, this is not to say that you can't be working on yourself and dating, but this is just my preference right now. I choose not to entertain that. Now, if somebody come and I like her, or the cars just line up, then that's where I'm at. But right now, no. And you guys can do that too. You can work on yourselves. You don't let society pressure you. I said this in Soul Ties. Do not let society pressure you to be in a relationship, okay? You do not have to be in one.
Oh my God, yo. One of my favorites went and had a baby because she just felt like she was getting too old and I had no baby. And she got a whole little family on me. Why you do that? Damn.
A little shit hit a little dip.
You what?
Yeah.
Hurt my heart. Baby cute though. You feel me?
Hey, listen, man. It was the chick I was rocking with last year, man, and she was all the way out in Jersey, man. But I didn't give a fuck, man. I wanted to go hard for her, but it just wasn't. It wasn't working out, man. It wasn't even about the distance, man. It was just like we was in two different places, man. Not just physically. We was in two different places, and sometimes that sucks, right? Because it's like you feel like you got so much chemistry with somebody, but
what's up with you today? You was hitting the motherfucking hammer.
I'm on, man. Listen, I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be back for season 2.
Real.
Okay, this is all my happiness. Okay, we were supposed to come back in January. Unfortunately, we couldn't. We had a lot of stuff going on between all of us, but listen, this is where
crazy. So
the weather, it was a lot going on, man. I was working a lot, so. But I'm glad that we started when we did, and we're gonna have a whole lot of these episodes this year, man. A whole lot of important dialogue, man. Yes, we will still touch on some of the popular stuff with the celebrities, some of the current events, excuse me, y'all, sports and all of that stuff. We'll touch on all of that, but for this one, yeah, we just wanted to sort of catch up on a few things, bring y'all back, introduce y'all to one of the, newest layouts that we gonna be using, on one of the new spaces, and
I like it.
yeah, we wanted to bring it in, Of course, like I said, this is our new host, Keem, joining the team here, Critical Counseling. Nick and Liv should be back next episode. If they ain't, okay, y'all watch the news. Turn on 6 ABC. That night we supposed to be filming. Cause you gonna catch one of them motherfuckers getting loaded into the back of an EMT with a size fucking 10 boot up their ass, okay?
Well, Bob, we don't know what happened.
All right.
We see Timberland print on the ass. Shit got real.
I guarantee you that, okay? You gonna see one of them motherfuckers getting loaded into an EMT with a boot in their ass, and you gonna see me in the back of a Philadelphia police car, okay? Because Critical Counseling is a team, okay? For anybody that is curious, anybody that, has ever questioned it, no. It's not just my show. It's not just Liv's show. It's not just Nick's show. It's not just Keem's show. It's everybody's show. So don't think if y'all see that one or two of them are missing every now and again that it's not still their show. No, it's still their show. These guys are out for, the reasons that they are out. They'll be back next time. So we're going to wrap it up here. We wish we could have went a little bit longer for y'all, but we running for time, we got to get back to our lives and, other things. We going to be, making sure we watch out for the next set of hot topics, the next set of things that need to be talked about. We will be counseling you this year. That's the name, Critical Counseling. We will be counseling you this year. As I always say, man, follow the Instagram page at Critical Counseling Podcast, KRITICAL, Counseling Podcast. If you don't know how to spell it, look at the link. Whether you listen to this on Apple or watching on YouTube, look at the link. It's right there. That's Keem. I'll put his handle on here. You know how I usually do it in the editing. My handle. Nick and Liv are out, but I'll put their handles here as well. Celebrate safely tomorrow.
Go Bears. Fucking right.
I hate that I even got to bring this back around, but celebrate safely tomorrow, okay?
Please.
I see any of y'all on the news, it's going to be a problem. Because I sat up here and told y'all for a whole 2-3 minutes in the beginning to celebrate safely, okay? Celebrate safely, okay? Show us love, man, on the IG page. I don't have a Facebook page for us yet, but I think I might make one this year. We have a TikTok as well. I don't know how long TikTok will be up. We'll have a conversation about that next episode, but we have a TikTok as well, spelled the same way as the Instagram is spelled. So follow us there, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, man. Love and blessings, y'all. We are glad to be back, and we will see y'all for the next one.
See y'all next time.
It feels good to hear people singing with